One of my favorite reggae songs, it's that we are victims of the situation, still licking wounds of brutalities. And this is the situation. And you're paying for be FM. They are licking wounds of brutality. It's said they stood up to fight for the cause of Ghana. I'm talking about Professor Boateng. And he's the one I didn't see the chopping board so Ubia Etrebi because he stood up to fight against corruption. Now, Professor Frimpong Boateng, we all know, now or a Minister for Lands, and then later Environment, Minister for Environment, and then later he became chairman of the Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, or Hededzome Bebre. Now, in the course of the fight against Galamsey, and Nyama Bebre Ekokoso, Obekaya in Kumasi, when there was supposed to be a stakeholder engagement, a mutual statement, Emo Tekokoso, Otumfo said to say Ombekai, and before Otumfo came, he made a comment, say, we know those people doing the Galamsey. And so if the minister, Ebekacha, and say, Omunka, they know the people doing Galamsey. And which Prof, yeah, now or no, and the ministry, nano, and I said the Inter-Ministerial Committee, there were 10 ministries, set it up, say, or more, and fighting against Galamsey. And Prof was the chairman. And then he granted an interview to GBC, and they made some comments, say, people who were involved in the activities of Galamsey, no, they were not people are not anymore.
The true story.
The true story is that at the start of the Operation Vanguard thing, the soldiers were supposed to arrest the excavators. And they go into the forest where they are doing the mining, and they remove the control board.
Okay.
So if they remove 20 control boards today, they will report that they have immobilized 20 control boards.
Once they are removed, there's no way those excavators can move.
But then when you go away, they'll bring new control boards and fix them, and then off they go. So we got a report that they had immobilized over 750 something excavators. To go around and check. When we went around, I think we got about 150, 200 that we could see. Okay. The rest had either been given to the owners or they put in some extra parts and move them away.
Okay.
And then somebody put it out there, from Bob has taken 500. What am I going to do with it? There was an orchestrated scheme, even within the party and the government.
To get you out.
So that, look, why is it when I left, now everybody is in the forest? At that time, we dare not enter the forest. You know, but as I said, I don't want to go into details now because I have a lot to say on that. But let me tell you that I did not take one excavator for anything. And they know the truth. Now things are coming up. You know those who are behind it, and the party people who are there, people in government, including Jubilee House, who are doing Galamsey and so on, even now.
All right, so he mentions people in government and then people at the Jubilee House are Omuye Galamsey. Obekai, Prof, at the report Ekoye in March 2018, that report was available just recently. Say there were some actions Nesenka ministry and I say Abaino and a government etumi eteki against the fight. Yeah, na Galamsey or no the report in 2018 March. Kebashing mene. What really happened? She NC. I have a friend like into where then what will happen? What will happen to the report? Nothing really happened to the report. And when she and a prof making known of the people who were in that report, the likes of Gabia Sarachidakun were cited, Lord Comey were cited, a number of people are now there was another person who was protozoa at the office of the chief of staff. And then we were told, sir, the special prosecutor has been asked to investigate the matter. And Prof Eka said he's available to assist with investigations. Now, if you read the Special Prosecutor Act, and then if you read the Criminal and Other Offences Act, Act 930, the Special Prosecutor has the power to arrest. Inti Prof say onya letter in May say Ombra, the Office of Special Prosecutor. Now Ombe boa with investigations. Does that call for arrest? This is how Prof Ekan Asem Abra will call the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Or the principal investigator, I think that was the title, and some officers from that office. So as soon as I sat down, the chief investigator walked over to me, put his left hand on my shoulder and said, "You are under arrest." I said, "Why am I under arrest? What are my charges?" "Well, no specific charges, but we are investigating corruption and corruption-related activities of the IMCIM, that is the committee I chaired." And he asked whether I was ready to answer some questions. I said, "Well, I'll do my best to answer the questions." So I was asked a lot of questions. Took about 2 hours, or a little bit over 2 hours. And after that, I was told that I had to be bailed before I'll be released. I was not offered the opportunity of self-recognizance bail. So a friend of mine was at the lobby, so he came up and bailed me, and I left. And I was told that if the need arose, I'll be invited back to the office. So that's what happened. And of course, some officers from the OSPs went to see my friend's place where he was staying.
Now, minim say enkaposi for eka say yachewa. There's other ways of doing it. You don't invite the people to come and then ose macho. Maybe that is the new standard, because for me, minim say police will come to you and looking at the pedigree of Prof, looking at the pedigree, I'm sure they would have invited or sent officers to him, invite you, then they tell you that, oh, you are assisting. But with the statement, you've been arrested. Like how? How? Like, you see, when this issue came up, no, you invite me to come and assist you with investigations, and then you say you have arrested me. So the people are now say were at the epicenter of the activity, no, what has happened to them. To the tune say Ube Bailey Obi 2 million CDs. Now that aside, say even if what say wa arrested no. Na say upe say nipa na, at least know where the arrested person lives. That is number one. Baby nipa no poti. Yeah, they will call fee ni akwakoye search bi ni ade. If there are some other document I be here free unchain and all of those things, they would have to go to you and then get all of those documents. And sana, if there's anything to follow, it does. Now, looking at the pedigree of Professor Frimpong Boateng, you did not grant him self-recognized bail. I don't understand why. Well, I'm not a law enforcement agency, and I'm not the law enforcing agent. So, mean to me, went to me and granted Prof self-recognized bail, looking at his pedigree. That aside, now, Nadam for NB Belino, Nadam for Nedia Wakonifie, Aquaco Humbebi, and you see, a lot of interpretations are going into this. A lot. Yeah. All the interpretations are echo into all of this, no? It's just simple that people think say this is pure political witch hunting, because political witch hunting now, what again it is? What again is this? What again could this be? If it is not political witch hunting, per the conversation ongoing. Because Bibia Edi Adansi, per the earlier interview, yeah, Prof. Grante, what he meant is say, get him out and let's do the work. Because say Prof say so no ejina hwa nkrofo into me and call forest nim and call a mining. Because in any case, no, your prospecting lease is not your mining lease. And it doesn't make sense say nkrofo at the prospecting lease and mining. And so Prof say on to the extent say the Forestry Commission will give permits to people to go into forest reserves at the expense, and I say on the blind side of Prof Yana Onu Edi Enimu. So the games here, there. But then in all of this, Daniel Yaudomelevo, now Oye Auditor General, he made a profound statement, say, and that's our country, Ghana. If there's anything you want to fight, fight it. But some person will fight corruption now. Remember, corruption is always stronger than you.
I've said it several times. You remove him like how you remove Charlotte Ose. I said, who say I care? I don't care. So if today I'm told I'll be removed, that is it. Full stop. Life doesn't end here. When I tell my children, they shouldn't worry. At West, my father has a lot of farmland. I'll go and farm and feed this country. Life doesn't end here. So please be courageous, be bold, and do your work for God and what? Country. Let's look at principles, not blessings.
So and no. If you want to fight corruption will fight you, hands down, or defeat you. Because Obekai said in 2008, President Barack Obama eba Ghana, he made a profound statement. Say, baby Africa and as we are Ghana beduno, we don't need strong men. We don't need strong men. Strong institutions. Ekua amohu eye den ye betumi aka se ekuo we de anase dwumekuo anase ekuo nyina no ehun ye den. They are very strong, well versed, and so eba se yes set up as a country. All of these institutions no can work. And then sound say obetumi akọ obi restaurant more bi akwakoto ade no aka say attendant ni unti udi sika to na we yi ade na akọ. Ghana, they won't do it. Yoko, where is Yoko today? Now we are building strong men with muscles. Abasa, Nia Betri. Do you know who I am? Do you know me? Do you know my name? For what? The institutions they say build for the survival of the country. And I say, oh, many benyan into mapa efran. We are not doing it. And then we are building big muscles, big chest. And then offer baby macho men all over the place. What are we doing? The system is not okay. The country is not okay. We need people to me are building the country. And we are saying that no, we won't allow people to build institutions. We will not allow people to build the country. And so if you want to be firm, fair, and ensure say ujina for what is right, you better kick it out. And so Prof has become a victim of the situation. Maminko Amanosna Mene Professor Edward Brenya and Coaching Komo or a political science lecturer or the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Prof, good morning. Anope. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, where the Professor Frempong Boante in Semiechi? Baby, a near Babedrino. Are you surprised? Near CSE?
Good morning to the able listeners of TV XYZ. It's interesting that and some now I could do say now I say Prof and by from time or chair the inter-ministerial committee on fighting quarantine now in say and some of the baba buying a boon and igusu the green into Nanka Prof the only answer. It's interesting saying that that's sorry, you say misappropriation of funds to be a course and I'm shrinking and social prosecutor. Wamiachi Prof Samri is a billion 2 million Ghana cedis. And some no interesting, but as I said, social prosecutor can Duma. You know, to me, ain't it here. Also, found there and Maracan but for political point of view, no, interesting say Prof. Semi Aqua could do it and they agree.
Now, if the special prosecutor, like you said, no, we are not prejudicing his work, and I say we are not preempting the outcome of the investigations at Air Corso. But talk of misappropriation of funds. We've seen a number of institutions. Rebecca said the Auditor General's reports, every year. We see the Ekoso. We saw some with the COVID funds. So, one village, one dam. We know what happened and all of these. But the people involved, no, now at post. But this case, we are looking at Professor Frimpong Boateng. There are those who say there's a clearly political witch hunting. Should I also believe that? And I say, Menjin is something different.
As I said, the special prosecutor, the law authorizing the office, do have the permission to investigate issues of the source. So that one will give them the benefit of the doubt. But that is the question that that is bothering the mind of many of us. The DNT and Prof. Nene, Abra, there are several cases that could have been investigated. Now, the man say very interesting is that can we say Prof. Mustati Omunyu, especially around the time excavated Ekoba says baby those days people were calling for an investigation into those days. That is that the government of the day at that time try as much as it can say Sabi Prof Mobile. Now the big question we are asking ourselves about is saying and they Prof Sati so obien na sabi and you man be anu nim no wa be ma aban kofo kra ka say and bia o kan bi wa anya no kre do maybe I say mampenia sanfa the jumedi an hye ne senti no ka kan say e ko ba ne say and nei Prof Sati so okay akoba say ne de be hwe ni sim kan you ma we and ya na duru ba bi aya na ama amanyo semni aban sabi tumi ade ahye aban sane aban anyumakuo no eduru mrebia na amanipa adwemu eyom na yes yadutum social hospital no was atumi no but how is he exercising the authority given to the office? That is a big question. When you look at the history of it, eduru mebia your friend is Stalinist witch hunting, endomite witch hunting. Enkofu nyina akoye nipa bi ana akoye bibi se tumi a ye de ama omo no se obi wo ho na edumadi omudi no se de oka na nsam na omudi ebu abire a which we call the oppositioner na nipa bi afa akwati kwa bi a on pese sabi ohunu awon na emra no kra no chinchim no de mra no etwon aso akwan a emfa. It creates a lot of things in the mind of people when we just suppose what is going on and what has been going on in African countries to the history of the word witch hunting now. Yankasa yinimu. Emanu ekwenye nipa juna. We want to believe, say the special prosecutor the office now you say it was created for a purpose, no. We want to believe the special prosecutor, Prof. Afisem Abe, he's doing it with recourse to the law. And they say, oh, yano akumapem. Na said ya washa saying every other matter what kind of biara I see investigation. Special prosecutor it is his right. We want to clap for him for taking that step. But the point is, everything that is out there, I see everything. Yesterday, you would have said, Ghana, sabi, sika. Taxpayers' money in the education office, and you did Janaka. And John says, so I started professor. And Kofa the PPRA, I say everything. Not Ghana, the catastrophe project, I appreciate you. You won't say, I fear to.
Now, you talk, say, and call more. In that case, no, yeah, or more, Yabo Muding, or report me now, no, should also be invited for questioning. That aside, no.
Absolutely.
That aside, near. Special prosecutor Aye, does it put credence in the allegations as it is said in the report now we make here? Does it put credence to it? Say, your kind, you
see, when you are dealing with, you are talking about cases that are either before the judiciary or parajudicial institution. You want to be very careful. they will handle it. And I'm saying that we are giving the benefit of the doubt to the institution that is investigating this issue.
Okay.
We can't comment about that.
Okay.
The only thing that we allow as spectators and in the political scene is say, Sa Emra Emahun said to be a Ghana, my special prosecutor's office was created to investigate. We are calling on the special prosecutor that the empo and run a Jumanona Abrumon and want to Nina. What shall I say? Say, Opipiera Emrahun Quine, Safata say, or also a friend of a friend. We don't want to believe that. Even though there is that word there saying say witch hunting or no witch hunting, we don't want to say that he's doing a job that the office requires of him. But for us, anybody who might be thinking that along that line, to climb the agenda, there is a special prosecutor. Yes, sir. There are several cases that needs to be investigated. Do same, so that at the end we all clap for you.
The Minister of Interior, Defense, Information, Land and Natural Resources, these are all ministers. The Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. Do they also have to be invited?
If only the report in any case mentioned these individuals and a special regard to this very case that is being investigated. If these individuals were part of it, of course, their witnesses will help to bring clarity and justice. So all of them must be invited.
Okay.
The special prosecutor is the one who has the report. The special prosecutor is the one who knows exactly what is investigating. In the interest of justice, what we are saying that everybody is a Ghanaian, and we know that one of the credence of the rule of law in a democracy is that we treat all people the same. So that must be brought to bear, and we believe strongly that the special prosecutor was sorry away Jumeno, obey Amayahu. Nemo men ma adian coaching. Now, say, Tabi, Ubikoka Sainti, and then your friend and the Dwyer Dini and Huniasem. Ye nini say, you are special prosecutor. Ye name say, Amampeni, ye noa, Yajina Tuma, or ye Juman. Ye nini say, no, ye shop and Briar, Tuma, Obama credit. Na Ghana for Encoviano, the Bopo and some say, Sika, the bond home buying, and in the office home buying. And yet, I'm a Ghana for Yen. I think that's what the special prosecutor would.
Okay. Now, Ebimoso Eka say Parliament as an institution, no, say to me Ebamu, now setting up a bipartisan probe to be viewed by all Ghanaians live. Now, Obiahu, the investigation process are so that Ghana first be to me for me or my own opinion on this Galamsey fight.
Those are suggestions made by citizens. Bear in mind, citizens, we are the principal. They are the agents. So as citizens, sometimes we can also make suggestions when it has to do with it. If the law so requires, if the law so permits that this is how it should go, we will be glad that it is done, and it's done in camera, so that at least we'll be able to see what is going on. But if in the interest of the investigation and as a special prosecutor and apart for her, now if there's a way to be done, what we need is justice. Here and then no correct. Here, say Ghana Nibia and Brabon Humpino, and Brabon Humpine, Ghana Nibia and Brano Sochinational, and Branational. That is all what we want. We don't want to wake up the next day to feel say, he has been treated differently because we're losing favor with the power that be. And Abana the airborne Humpine. We don't want that. That we believe strongly. Say, young man, you seem to say, your mom penny now. A bride, Dinisuno, or Catchers on the Ghana brand or Baba Humpine. You will get here, so Baba Humpine, because we are all watching and we'll draw our own conclusion. For now, we leave it to the power that be to do the right thing. We want to see justice today, and we want to believe that whatever is going on is based on the face of the law, not because the Obiako Kasa bring Basko Kasa.
Okay. Professor Edward Brenyano Pemeda as a when your opinion in Nkomo Kesi, and we'll follow to see how this event will also unfold. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Professor Edward Brenyano, a political science lecturer, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, on near Nkomo, near SC, Professor Frempong Boateng in same way. A friend of West of Hededzome, Ushamia Fremi Nyansa. But answer no menka say happy birthday Nkoma Angelina Intiwa Donfe. We efi wan kasa unia ho kojofosu ye ne wo ha o say nyame onhira na oma kwantenten na bibia entumi enkoyie ma opa. Mijemu ama akwa amemenka na wasom e power na TVXYZ.
Watenchi ayachi ni hui ene ni nzunzu anzoi ebra so say be Spanish enkomo na de pa angles bebre wo ha you betime treat wisdom ye dase was ankomo ya odi abra sisi e wo TVXYZ mamuti radio no wa bra o man na tenase ye besa abo akire no ahunu baby a wisdom e de nante fire or Professor Frempong Boateng nsensem ne chi ayachi ne nsunsu aso ne nia e kire titriu ema memwe yi a yete hu ya ye nyina yetimi e wo man Ghana de ne kafa nanado danko akufuado si a wasini pi wasi asa wasini pi so beko etia garam seyi e de ne kire ne nyina enkomo ayi